I knew there were lots more stories just like these, scattered throughout the suburbs and neighbourhoods across the world. Unnamed and unknown triumphs existed everywhere. Some of these stories belonged to my family and friends who I'd admired and been inspired by. Others simply people I'd heard about or crossed paths with whose stories made me sit up and listen with awe. Whether their stories were known or remained untold, they all had or developed a strong sense of self that included acceptance of challenges, complete forgiveness, a strong focus on the future, consistent discipline. Not only did the survivors of adversity lean towards these elements, but they did so in a multidimensional way, bringing them to life in every aspect of their being, their thoughts, feelings, and actions, while focusing on what's strong and dimming out what's wrong. For all those who embraced and overcame adversity with a focus on the future, there existed the opposite. Those who were overcome by their challenges and tendency to hold on to the past. What could these stories teach us? If those who triumphed, I thought, had a strong sense of self, then would that mean that those who were overcome by their adversity expressed the opposite? Their sense of self was weakened or not as pronounced, and their focus was on what's wrong while dimming out what's strong. They were in a constant state of deficit. A deficit of self I called the lacking. The lacking I define as any thought, feeling, or action that directly or indirectly minimized, doubted, eliminated, or depleted a person's worth or the value of their thoughts, feelings, or actions. This lacking lived and breathed, fueled by self-doubt and fear. It did not discriminate and often went undercover, hiding silently behind a repertoire of actions that took many forms. It had a way of zooming right in on the individual, cropping out the bigger picture and background. It focused on what everyone else has and I don't, what everyone else can and I can't, what could have been, what should have been, the impact to me, the harm to me, the offence to me, the risk to me, the loss to me. It put this zoomed-in point of view under the microscope and could turn a completely sane and rational person into one with a distorted and narrow view of reality. One where the self experiences a deficit, while everyone else, the other, stands to gain. I found that the lacking had a melody to it, regardless of whether it was verbalized or remained confined to self-talk, and could sound like, "Why me? If only he hadn't. How could she? This always happens to me. No one else cares or understands. They don't like me. I didn't get chosen because I'm not. I shouldn't have. I can't." This lacking could often accompany matching self-talk, thoughts riddled with sentiments like shame, criticism, disappointment, and blame. In its physical form, the embodiment of the lacking was diverse and mixed. It was not always obvious, making it cunningly deceptive. What guided the lacking varied greatly from person to person and could change at any time.